Okay, so what's up, babes? It's Carlisa Victoria. I am back with another video. I just had to delete the video that I just started to make. So as I was telling y'all in that video before I deleted it, that y'all, I filmed a couple videos this week and all of them started uploading in slow motion, and I was just like, oh my goodness. The video I made earlier was in slow motion, so by the time I seen the 13-minute video, it was 1 hour and 30 minutes long, and I'm like, why? When I looked, it was because it was slowed down in slow motion. So nevertheless, I just wanted to get on here, and I really want to focus in this video. I don't want to be too like in my phone. It is 11:30 at night. I've got my drink. Here's the thing. I want to get back on my fit-ish girl, whatever, get skinny by tomorrow type vibes. And I did start going to the gym. Like, I'm still not on a routine where I'm consistently going to the gym. I know I made the video, I'm getting skinny by tomorrow. I have been to the gym several times since then, but I'm not on a real like routine like I usually am, because my life has just been so up and down. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I want to get back on a solid routine, and I'm not talking about like a, oh, I did good for a couple of days and that's that. No, like, what about a couple of weeks? What about a couple of months? What about a couple of years? What about? So I have put myself in a position where I'm going to be focusing mainly on myself. There's going to be moves that I'm going to be making for my business. There's things that I've already, been had intact, things that I needed to do and get done, and I'm going to do and get done. And I often share it with you guys on my channel, and then it's like, if you know, you know. So one thing that I want to get back to is reading. Reading growing up and even now has always been something that I've been just so like a part of, like I've always wanted to just take my mind to another world, whether it be in the business realm, it be in a fictional world, a non-fictional world, whatever. Reading just brought me that satisfaction. There was always either a fairy tale to be in, or there was a thing of success to be a part of, and I just always wanted to indulge myself, immerse myself in something that's going to better me. So let me just tell you this. I talk about it all the time. I have a very blunt, straight to the point personality. If I don't like something, if I don't care, I don't care. I don't like it. If I like something, I like it, and if I do care, I do care. It's pretty black and white with me. There's no gray areas. Some people call me mean. Some people call me just blunt. Some people, it just depends. Like the people, the friends, the associates, acquaintances who I have who are just like me in the nature of being very blunt, get it. They get where I come from. So people who are used to being like passive and like, oh, don't say that, or oh, that's just not the way to say it. Like, to say something is like doesn't make sense, or like to say, oh, that's dumb, and then for something to be like, why would you do that? To me, that's synonymous. It's the same thing. I can either dress it up and be like, oh, well, why did you do that? Or I wouldn't even say, why do you do that? When you did something and it's just like, you did that versus you did that and that wasn't a good decision versus the word dumb. I'm going to say that's dumb. I'm calling it a spade. I'm not going to be like, oh, so why did you do that? No, you shouldn't have did that. Or I'm not that type of person who's going to sit here and sugarcoat anything. And it's crazy. I don't know if I saved the audio. I think I did. But it was a guy who was actually speaking, and he was saying that the people who you call mean, or the people who are very blunt in your life, are the people who are going to go the furthest with you in your life. They're not the people who are going to just sugarcoat and say what you want them to say. They're going to be the people who are going to be very, very direct with you and keep it a buck with you. Those are going to be the people that you think you hate, who are really going to be there for the long run. You just don't like the way that they're delivering. But the people who are not telling you what it is, the people who are not being real with you, who are not being honest, are the people who are not going to be with you in the long run. And I agree with that on another level, because it's almost like when my friends got to say what they got to say to me, if it's tough, if it's like, girl, I don't want to hear that, it's going to be I don't want to hear that, but that does not make me not want to be your friend anymore. Like, you're telling me what I need to know, what I need to hear, but in the end of the day, I might not want to receive it at that moment. And it's okay if somebody's telling you about yourself or something that you don't like and you don't want to receive it in that moment. You don't have to receive it. Just at some point, take some time to digest and think about what was said. You might disagree. or you might agree, you just might not be in a space to actually deal with it at that moment. But I want like-minded friends. I want people to call me on my bull. I want my friends to call me when I'm, not doing what I should be doing. Like, call a spade a spade. I'm not gonna be the one you sugarcoat nothing with. That's just not me. So yeah, I know I just went on a little tangent with that, but I say all that to say is I'm not gonna be surrounded by people who just, yeah, no, keep it a buck. And then also, outside of keeping it a buck, when it comes down to the things you have going on, I'm not hanging around people who don't got nothing going on. I don't care if I'm related to you. I don't care if you are, and I say this all the time, I don't care if I'm related to you. I don't care if I'm not related to you. I don't care if we're acquaintances, associates. I ain't hanging around all the time with people who ain't going places. There's so many times I get hit up. You trying to do this? No, because you ain't got nothing going on. So why do I want to keep hitting the streets, going to do this, do that, and I'm not where I want to be? And people look at you and they say, oh, well, you're doing great. Oh, you're in a good space. You don't know where a person is who sets their own goals unless they tell you. You know what I mean? So I can't look at Brianna and be like, girl, you're fine. You're in a real good space. You're where you need to be. I can't tell that woman she's where she needs to be. If she just made $1 billion this year and maybe next year she wants to make $5 billion. You know what I mean? Like, who am I to tell her that she's okay in her goals? So I think sometimes I get it a lot where people look at me and they just think, oh, you're just a goody two shoes, you got it together, da 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 da. None of us ever have it all together. We've all been through something. Just because I don't have run-ins with the law and get in trouble all the time does not mean that I don't have my own flaws. We all have flaws in different areas. We have goals that we set for ourselves. But one thing I'm not about to, I'm never going to be comfortable feeling like I have, oh, I'm going here, I'm doing that, and I don't got my ish together. Like, I'm not working on it, I'm not becoming more. 5 years from now, I'm saying people who want to always be doing something, who not doing nothing in their time to work towards something, are going to be the same people who are going to be on the same ish 5 years from now. I don't want to be that person. I don't. Every time I look up, I can look back and say, oh my goodness, I remember when I was here and now I'm here. When I look at when I first got my real estate license versus me as a broker now, and I look at the steps that I took to get to the position I'm at, I'm looking at the fact that I have my agent, I have my office. I just renewed my office lease, making this the 2nd year for my commercial lease for my brokerage. Now granted, everything is going in small strides. That's why I like to share with you guys what I'm doing on my channel, because I want you to know I'm not no overnight sensation. I'm not. I've been told by my friends, I've been told by just various acquaintances, girl, your content needs, I wish it had more. I wish you had more subscribers. I wish you had more views. I wish you had more comments. I get told things like this all the time, and I just feel like God is gonna do what he needs to do when he does it, but I appreciate where it comes from, because when my friends and my supporters are saying that, they're not coming from a negative space. They're just coming from okay, I like the content, or you keep it a buck. Some of the people who are getting attention are people who are talking about absolutely nothing, no substance, but I can gain something from your videos. I wish you had more attention, and I am so grateful for that. But at the same time, I also am grateful that I'm able to see my media success and my business success move at a slow but steady rate. We're so used to seeing Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all these types of overnight viral videos that make a person well known, that I think some people forget that true work ethic is going to take time. Think about it. If I was to just jump on social media right now, today, and start posting videos, and I go viral, and now I go from 1 subscriber to 1 million subscribers in a week, that just means that somehow or another I was favored to be viral. That does not mean that I'm going to be able to sustain the discipline and the consistency of what I have to do, or It's just a thing of like, you have to realize that what looks good is not always good. I think having integrity, work ethic, and those different things that allow you to propel yourself forward at a slow and steady rate or at a great rate are just as good as the things that propel someone forward faster. I just feel like when I look back 5 years from now, I'm going to be like, I remember when my TikTok had 0 subscribers or followers. I remember my YouTube had 500 followers, and now we're at 5,000, a million, 500,000, 6, whatever the case may be. I know that there will be progress. You guys hear me say it all the time. It's impossible not to get results if you exert effort. It's impossible. So whether I have 100 followers today and 500 in a year from now, whatever that staircase is, it's going to always go upward when you're exerting energy and effort. So my video tonight is for those people who feel as though, hey, I'm working the 9 to 5 and I'm also working my entrepreneurship, and this is where I fall. Or the people who feel like, I'm just doing entrepreneurship, I've quit my job, but I'm posting the content and I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm not getting the results. Like, you inspire the people who pretend that they're not watching you. Sometimes I look at my channels and I see that more of my viewers are people who don't follow me than the people who do. But if I post something on my story, it's like the people who don't like anything, all of them are on my story. So it's that thing of like, you can't really truly dictate why people move the way they move, but you have to stay true to you and what your vision is. And like I said, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I don't mind losing followers and subscribers because I'm calling a spade a spade. If you want to go, the door is always going to be open for you to go. Now, granted, the people who are with me on this ride, on this journey, on this roller coaster, I appreciate you. I'm always going to appreciate the genuine support. But things like YouTube, TikTok, those are mainly the main platforms right now. YouTube, TikTok. Those are the platforms that I really, really like, thoroughly enjoy, as far as now I'm gaining new attention, like subscribers or new followers or whatever. Somebody just commented on one of my videos today on how it was so inspiring, and it's just that thing of like, the people who are going to support you the most are going to be the strangers. So whereas one of my Instagram accounts that I've had for a long time, I know a good amount of people who are following that page. You think they support me more than the people who... No, and I'm not saying that there's not people who who aren't supporting you, but don't look for the people who know you to be the ones who are going to build your brand. It's going to be the people who don't know you. The people who know you are going to want to tell everybody how they knew you when you become successful. The people who know you now are going to be the same people who are going to be like looking for free game when you make it to where you need to be. So be vigilant. Any person at this point in my life who's overplaying the part that they weren't playing before is a red flag to me anyway. So it's like, you have to keep your eyes open, be vigilant. Who's trying to come around now? Who's trying to speak a little bit more often? Who's trying to do X, Y, and Z? Because I've already put and peeped in my mind who and what is, for me. So in the end of the day, just keep that in mind, that anything that you want, you could have. You just have to keep going and do what you need to do. So like I said, just keep going. Just keep going. You have to realize that your journey, the journey is the reward. Anybody else's opinion of that journey has nothing to do with you. As far as you're concerned, it's a hidden request that you didn't see. It is what it is. So I've been just like trying to figure out, striving. Sorry, I don't like to use the word try. I'm striving to figure out what could I do to put myself in a better position for my brand, for my business. Like, how could I scale my business over the next year? What could I be doing that I'm already doing that I could do better? I do my media, I post, I want to get back to reading books, like I said earlier. And I know this video is going to different spaces, tangents, but this is like a kind of like a regurgitation of everything that's already in my mind, just coming out and being filmed on screen as I'm freely talking to you guys about my brainstorming. So I'm not gonna go over there to get the book, but it's a book on the floor right there. Leadership is an Art. I've read some of the book before. I think I've read the entire book, maybe. Can't remember. But I had it for a course, which I need to follow back up. And then I have the book No Will Set You Free. I have so many books. What I want to start doing is at least reading. It would be nice to read a book a week, but realistically, at the moment, I just want to be able to get a book a month right now, a book or two a month, to just transition back into it. But it would be nice to be reading chapter books throughout the week and just really gaining and regurgitating that information for the things that I'm doing. And maybe, like I said, I have a book that's called not Leadership is an Art. Which one is it that I'm thinking of? It's a leadership book, but I can't think of the name of it at the moment. But it's just difficult people, and it just tells you how to deal with difficult people in your career field, whether it be a boss or it be a coworker or an employee or things like that, like the difficult people that you will come across in your professional realm. So yeah, I just want to be able to really absorb that information. I am going to be doing a lot of probably solo dates. The only date that I really care to make up right now is the date with the friend that I told you about. She lives about an hour away, hour and a half away, and we have been trying to link up and we keep rescheduling. I'm going to set a date for her probably in August. Outside of that, anything else that's going on, I'm really not pressed for. I do like to, shoot pool and various things in my pastime, because those are the things that really frees me up. Those are the things that give me freedom. Those are the things that really just allow me to de-stress and also just focus. So when I'm doing that, that's not something that I consider like I'm outside. That's something that I consider that's like my mental, but all of these outings and drinks, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It's something about when you have a vision, everybody's not going to understand it, because you got to realize everybody's not going the same place you're going. Everyone isn't built to be you. You know what I mean? So in the end of the day, whoever's reading this message, you have to realize that you're the chosen one. When you are chosen for a specific purpose, for a specific reason, your mission is different. You might be thinking, well, my group of friends don't. Your group of friends is not the one who's called to be the calling that you have. So you have to realize that elevation requires separation. You're going to have to separate yourself. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to do the things that nobody wants to do to be the person that you need to become. So for me, I am enthralled about where God is taking me, where my life is at the moment. I just remember the prayers, and I remember just praying, Lord, I can't wait until I'm immersed, indulged where I want to be in this life. I cannot wait until everything that I desire is right there in front of me. So that's literally, where I'm at in this life. So I'm feeling real happy about that, real pumped about that. Like I said, I'm not really concerned about much else. If it's not a part of the vision, I'm just not. I feel like there's so many seasons and chapters in my life that I felt like at this moment it's was a part of where I'm at now. But there's also been times where I have my moments where I'm just like, I need to really focus in on what I have to do. We're too grown for people to be questioning why you don't want to do this, why you don't want to go there, where you be at. Girl, I'm 30. Please stop checking for me. Please stop checking for me. Don't you got kids or something? Go check for your kids. I'm grown. So if you feel like you're that family member or whatever who's always in her own lane, really don't got no smoke, no issues, you just stay to yourself and it seems to rub and bother people the wrong way, girl, F them opinions. Because it's always the opinions that don't pay your bills or don't check on you that got the most to say or want to know what you got going on or where you're at. Focus on you. In this era of becoming the greater version of yourself, I ask God for peace and to really, really just give me a peace that passes all understanding and just give me the energy that I need. Put me in the right place. I just want peace and my energy to be right. I ask God for that this decade of my life. When I turned 30, I said, Lord, I just want this decade. If you have me to be on this earth for this decade, I want to just acquire the peace that passes all understanding, the energy levels that are beyond, where I'm at. And I just want to be better. I think so many things have happened in my life, just in general, over the last year, over the last 2 years, over my entire span of my life, that literally contributes to my reclusiveness, my it's kind of hard. It's just like I feel like it's a lot that just contributes to me just wanting to just do my own thing and be on my own, So for me, I'm not gonna sit here and go through every single thing that's happened in my life, but at the same time, I just feel like when you start to build up walls and you start to, it just makes you a little bit more tougher. And people's like, oh, you so tough, you so like. Just because I'm a strong woman and I'm tough does not mean I'm choosing, that I chose the situation to have to be tough. Like, so then when guys are like, even some, women be, I'll tell y'all in a second this story I was about to say, but even when men be just like, smile, why you looking so mean? Like, boy, shut up. Why you cheating on your wife? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I be out in public and men be like, sometimes I'm just like really focused that nothing's wrong. I'm not smiling. I'm just about my business. Why you looking so mean? Why you not smiling? Like, sir, now I just went from not smiling in a good mood to having an attitude because why you so concerned with that ring on your finger? Why are you concerned about what I'm looking like and if I'm smiling or if I'm not smiling? Like, make it make sense. So it's just like the narratives that really get pushed on women of that, oh, you upset, you mean, you I might not be smiling. I might not be smiling on days that I just passed a successful test. I just passed this test for licensure. I just got this accolade for X, Y, and Z. I just closed on this, or I just sold this, and I could be not smiling. Why you mad? Boy, I'm not mad. I just got paid. Like, so in the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. My leg keep going to sleep. I'm sitting here on the floor. That's why I keep shifting my body because my legs are asleep. But yeah, I'm turned sideways, y'all, because I don't want to move the camera because it just might not stand up like it needs to. But yeah, in the end of the day, child, I'm focused. Excuse me. I'm focused. I want what wants me. I want what God wants for me. Like I said, it don't matter how many days or times I veer away. I'm always gonna remember that God got me. Like, I'm gonna always remember that. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Oh, that's the thing I was gonna say. I saw Instagram. I think it was TikTok. I don't remember where I saw it, but this girl was talking about why sometimes did she say she be going to fitness places and she be seeing other, like, I guess if she goes to like classes like, how they have Zumba, spin, those type of Pilates classes, she was just talking about how some other black girls be looking mean or whatever, and she's like, sometimes I just be wanting to be like cool, but or ask, like, maybe become friends and go to Zumba classes together, or not Zumba, I think it was Pilates, but she was just like, sometimes other ones be mean, even though I'm just like, okay, we connected. I want to be cool. Maybe go to these classes or what. I'm not saying it exactly how she said it, but she was just basically saying that some other black girls be looking mean. If she's in a space where there's only a couple other black girls and it's just her, then she feels like, oh, I'm trying to connect and maybe we can go hang out. We can go to class. Let me tell you something, sis. And I know she was saying something about backlash. Some people was agreeing, some people was disagreeing. Let me say this. For you to sit here and think that other black girls is looking mean, just be like, to have that same narrative of just because we're not smiling that we're mad, we're upset, we're the angry black girl, we're mean, doesn't mean that we're upset or mean. Just like if anybody else were to perceive us as mean and we would say, no, we're having a good day, we're just not smiling, for you to assume that we're mad and we're mean or whatever, we might not want to make no friends. We might not want to hang out. We might be going through something as we're in this class, and we're just using this class as a form of therapy. I don't know. When I seen the post, I was just thinking to myself, there's days where just because I'm in a room, it could be a room full of white people, and we could be the only 2 to 3 black people. I'm not that black girl who just feels like because we're black, I have to find a way to connect. No. If I'm in that room and I came for what I came for, I could be having the roughest of the roughest day, and I just want to work out and clear my mind and free my mind, just because it's 3 black girls in a room full of 100 white women, I am not feeling obligated to go be friends. So I guess I don't fall into that narrative. Like, you have to, because it's almost a thing of like, if I'm there to relieve myself of the stress that I'm feeling, or if I'm there to have Pilates as therapy, if I just want to go to the class and be in my own zone, that's what I'm going to do. White, black, red, purple, green is not going to make me want to be super social to make friends. People don't understand, like, we're grown. Everywhere I go, I'm not trying to make a friend. Yeah, you may naturally have organic relationships that occur. Maybe you go get water and you drop your water bottle and somebody picks it up and it's like, thanks, I've been frantic all day. Thank you so much. And the person's like, well, why have you been so frantic? And it turns into a conversation, which turns into well, it was great seeing you, and you see each other at another class. Cool. But I don't know, the notion to me that you go into a class and feeling like other people have to be bubbly in the sense of trying to become your friend and go to class. Girl, I hang out with myself more than anything. Like, I know how to go out and be social and be around people, but on a regular basis, I live alone, I hang out, by myself. So I'm not the type who feel like I have to go somewhere to go find people to bag as friends. But then you have people who cannot be alone, who cannot enjoy their own company. I take myself out to dinner. Like, I have solo dates. And some people I know don't ever go on solo dates because they feel it awkward. Like, how am I going to be by myself? That's going to be weird. I don't care. Booth for one, please. Like, I went to this 5-star restaurant and I was like, booth for one. She was like, no other person. I said, for one. Like, don't be afraid to be in your own company. But I just brought that up because it was like that thing of like, we're all going through something, and there might be days where I want to be social and say, oh, okay, well, it was great meeting you, and something could come out of that. But other times it's like, we all came to this class as individuals with one instructor, and we came for that instructor. It just so happened to be this many people on the roster for the course. If I was doing a one-on-one with the instructor, that doesn't mean I'm going to go tell the instructor, oh, because I came to your class, now we need to be friends. So what makes you think that being in a class full of people makes me want to be friends? I just had to bring that up because I don't know if anybody's seen that post, that TikTok, and maybe I'm just too far removed from making instant. I be detached sometimes. Like, I'm not trying to easily, like, I can socialize and be around people. I know how to be a people, like, I'm in the people business, but I'm very like, very low on trust. So I'm not always trying to welcome in new friends. Like the friend group I have now, I've had these friends for years, or you know, whatever. But I'm not the type of person who's trying to walk away with a friend everywhere I go somewhere. In fact, I'll be trying to walk away sometimes to try not to become friends. And I know it sounds bad, and I know it sounds like, who are you? It's just the truth. Like, I'm real to myself. Like, I don't have to, like, I can go do stuff for myself. Like, I'm not pressed. So I know this video is getting long and it's going on a tangent, but I just wanted to let y'all know that. So I'm gonna be real focused on what I have going on. But like I said, I'm not I think it's wild to keep on having all these link ups and hangouts and let's do this and let's do that, and people don't be having their ish together. Like, and when I say have your ish together, I'm talking about, like, if you're grown, you should know what career path you're trying to go for. You either are in the industry you want to work in, or you are working, or you're doing something, but you know what that vision is for you. I'm not about to be, no. I'm not the, no. Because I set goals, I write goals out, I do all that type of stuff over and over and over, and I do. Like, I do. That's just me. Call it what you want, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Like, at some point, you got to be tired of being a procrastinator, you know? And that's why I was having this conversation with somebody before. I was like, if you keep, you continue to keep procrastinating, or you continue to keep not, setting goals and doing what you need to do, then you're going to be where you're at next year versus now. Me and my friend was talking about this the other day, and, we talk often, and she was just trying to tell me about a few options she had for some next moves in the space she is in her career. And we talked about it on the phone. Sometimes you just have to bounce those thoughts off of your friend to make sure that it's a confirmation that you're on the right path, or maybe your friend is going to give you a great and different perspective than what you're thinking, which is going to then make you think more logically. So one of my friends, we do that all the time. We talk all the time about, girl, well, this opportunity just came up, and da-da-da-da. And then it helps us to talk out and think out what we have going on. But if you're sitting here talking to people who don't even write a goal down, don't even have a goal, don't even have any aspiration, then you're just going to be wasting your breath. And it's just going to be real annoying. So you have to really think about, like, where are you spending your time? Where are you dedicating your energy? Where are you really investing this in, So I don't know. I'm just at a space. The Pilates instructor, I was supposed to be going to this specific Pilates studio, and she always emails me, but I don't want to go there because I feel like I'm gonna run into people who I may have known, just from that surrounding area, and I don't want to do that. Sometimes I like to get in a space where I'm not going to run into familiar people. In fact, I like not running into people, to be quite honest. I don't know, I just get like a little so I rather be in a studio. I think when you know what it is, I went to college out of state, and I know everybody might not have been in college, everybody might not have been out of state, but I think moving out of state is one of the greatest things that you can do, because it forces you to sink or swim. So when I was out of state, I've always had to make decisions that was going to make me stay afloat, because anything that I did could end up having me fall flat on my bottom, right? So it's the same thing when I go to places here. They're uncomfortable, they're out of the norm, but in order for you to grow, you have to grow where you're planted. You have to grow in uncomfortable environments. If I'm always in environments that with familiar people, familiar settings, it's going to limit the amount of growth that I can actually inhibit. So I'd rather, sometimes be in a place that's unfamiliar, because somehow or another I'm going to grow in ways that I didn't know that I could grow. So, I like that. But if you walk in somewhere and everybody and their mama know you all the time, sometimes it's like, too familiar of grounds. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Setting goals, working on business, limited phone calls. I'll be answering business calls, but my phone be on D&D sometimes during the day. Like, it used to be night, but sometimes it's during the day. Because I just cannot be on my phone all the time if it's not having to do with the business task or whatever. It's just lately, I feel like I've been having an influx of phone calls, text messages, just things that are just throwing off my day. And it's like, okay, I'll answer this call. I answer this call. And they be like personal stuff. And it's like, I can't. I have to focus on the main thing. Like, it's taking time out of my days to be talking this long. So that's where I'm at. It's 12 o'clock, 12:08, and I'm about to literally set some goals. I probably need to, I'm trying to see if I want to take a shower and sit in the bed and work, but I was gonna just sit here on the floor and get some things done. I want to at least upload this vlog or upload this video tonight. Hopefully it's not in slow motion. But if you didn't follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you could follow me. Main page, Curly to Victoria, spelled the exact same way as my YouTube name. Let me see. I'm looking at my shorts. I'm going to be posting more shorts, but let me tell you this too. YouTube shorts I'm referring to. Let me tell you, because the ones that I posted today, like 7 hours ago, are almost at 1,000 views each. So y'all are really enjoying the shorts. The one yesterday had 104 views. The two today have 820 and 855. And then one of my views is 6 views. So it seems like you guys do like the shorts. Now I will say this. I want to upload a lot more shorts, but if I do that, you guys are going to be getting some of my old videos. Not super old, but a little bit old, but it gives you some type of content to watch when I'm not posting. And I'll post them in series and just let you know, hopefully the time frame, the date in which they were posted, so you guys are not like, wasn't her hair? Because I'm the type of be like, that's got to be an old video because her hair is up here. Like, so I'll just strive to tell you guys whenever I post those shorts, like when it came from. So like I posted I was posting some stuff from my birthday back in February of this year, and the content that I posted on one platform, I hadn't been posted on that platform for a while, so it never got posted. So, obviously I'm gonna date it back to when it got posted. So things like that is what I'm actually referring to. So I think I posted all the videos today that I plan to post on this platform. And then because I'm making these videos, I really can post them on each of my platforms in case people are not following specific portions of, like, you might not follow my Instagram, but you might follow my YouTube or TikTok or vice versa, or two of them except for 3. So many different things could happen, but yeah. I'm going to continue to keep posting those. I feel like something's going on with my watch minutes. Like, I don't know what it is, but something seems like it's off. I don't know what it is. Something's really off though. I'm trying to look at it now, but oh, my shorts have gone up. So this short is actually almost at 1,000 views. It's like 24 views before 1,000. So you guys are really liking those little shorts, for real. Okay, well, that's nice to know. But this video is nearly 40 minutes long, and I just kind of talked about a lot. So let me get to work, and I'll see you beautiful babes in the next video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Later.